Hello. I've been trying to do a video live on Facebook and it keeps cutting out, so I'm just going to do a video and I'll post it later. So it's now, I don't know what time it is, about 12, is it? Yeah, 20 to 1. Obviously I got kicked out of my room at 12, not physically, but obviously I left at 12. But I was quite late going to bed last night because I didn't get to the room till like about, I don't know, 20 past 11 or something. So by the time I got there, and obviously I was, you know, I needed to have a bit of a chill, had a bit of a bath, looking at photographs and that sort of thing, and just whatever. So I didn't get to sleep till about 2:30, something like that. So then I just thought, well, I'm not planning to do a lot today anyway, because you know, I need to rest. And today, so I'm literally now, I've paid for my car park, but I've got it's paid until like 11 o'clock tonight. So I just thought, right, I'm going to stay here. There's a Costa in the Premier Inn. I'm literally looking out the window and there's the planes taking off. So that's my inner plane geek. My plane geek thing is, it's not like I need to know what the model, you know, where they are and what they look like and stuff. I just like seeing planes take off and come in, because I think it stems from when I was younger. You didn't really see planes, you know, in Wrexham. I never went on I was 22, 21 when I went on a plane for the first time. So yeah, I just like seeing planes come off. So I was seeing them take off when I was driving down towards Kingston yesterday. It was like, hey, but you have to keep your eye on the road because you're driving. So today it's very much about probably going to go to Kew Gardens, and that's, well, I will be going to Kew Gardens. I'll be going soon, so I've got good light because I've never been there and I've got my camera. So I just thought, right, what can I do that I've not done before when I'm in London? And I don't want to be travelling around lots, but I want to be doing stuff that I wouldn't normally do. Because, you know, sometimes you come to London and it's like, what should we do? And Morgan wants to see everything, and then we end up, okay, so we need a bit of a plan, because London's a big place, isn't it? And I love London. I love being down in London. I always say to Matt, when I say to Matt about public transport, I said, to be honest with you, I'd quite like, I might come down on Saturday, and because I'll be at Rachel's Friday night. I might come down on Saturday and just have a wander around, just get a zone card or whatever, and have a wander around. But so yeah, today's plan is I'm at Ealing tonight. I did find somewhere. Well, Matt found it actually, because I didn't want to be kind of like travelling a lot. Sort of like last night was like coming in, and to go to Kingston, you had to kind of come past here anyway. So I literally came past the hotel near enough, but I just thought, no, I want to get to Kingston. And I literally got in the car park, got changed, because I wanted to wear something different, and then went, and then obviously came back a hotel later. But now I don't want to then stay here like again, or go all the way back to Enfield, then come back to White City in the morning, if that makes sense, or tomorrow. So tonight is Ealing, and then the night after will be at Rachel's, because then, you know, it's up to me where I go. I might even not, you know, Ealing, I might even go to Epping Forest or something. I don't know yet. But, so yeah, I'm at Costa. I'm having some breakfast / lunch, because I've obviously not been awake long. I didn't have a huge amount to eat yesterday, but I had the most amazing pudding. People I was sat next to in the at the gig, they were going back to the car park, and I said, where were they walking back to? So I said, oh, can I join you? You know, and it turned out anyway in the end that it was in the same car park that I was in. So, but luckily, yes, there was a bit of I was getting really panicky. I didn't even know where my car was, and I'm like, I just parked there, and then I started walking. And then eventually I remember walking across, and I was at the side of Primark, so we got there in the end. But yeah, on the way they wanted to have an ice cream, so it's like a pudding shop, dessert shop. I've never been to one of those before, and it was always so nice. And it was just nice being around people that, are like me, about Adam Lambert. So yeah, yesterday, what can I say? It was, yeah. I think it's funny because obviously I've got the gig on Monday, and then I heard about the album signing, and it was like, oh, I was so gutted when I'd missed being able to get a ticket for the one in Birmingham, because that would have been perfect. Sort of go down on Sunday, stay Sunday night, and go to the gig on the Monday. But I thought, oh yeah, the Birmingham would be fantastic, because I come around Birmingham. Yesterday I drove down the M6 past through Birmingham, well, North Birmingham I know, but So then I had someone, I thought, do you know what? I could just go to London a couple of days earlier. I'll see if there's any tickets for the Westfield thing. And then I did. So then I got the ticket for that, and it was like, woo! And then Rachel said, you can stay here. And it was like, thank you. So then it was like, oh my God, I'm going to get to meet him. Oh my God. And I was so excited. And then this sort of Q&A came, and I just thought it was just like a nice thing, just an opportunity for somebody who is a huge fan to just be part of, really. When you really like somebody or something, there's something that really lights you up in life. It's good to do it. And so I just thought, yeah. But then he was on the stage, and all the questions, he didn't know what the questions were going to be beforehand, and he was just so relaxed, so very heartfelt, I think, was the best description I could give. Because the thing is, when you watch Adam on various things like that, he's got that element of performance. Whereas yesterday, it was him. It was you're seeing that kind of person behind what obviously a lot of people see. And I mean, I've seen that side a lot on telly, or in the early days and interviews and stuff like that. But now a lot of people see the kind of the performer, the big kind of flamboyant person, whereas you saw what's going on underneath. Funnily enough, he has a song called Underneath. Listen to it. Listen to the words of a song called Underneath, and I think you might understand a little bit more about what it's like for Adam. But yeah, at the end, it was like they didn't mention my name in terms of question. They got a bit more time to do. I was like, yes, please. So I asked a question, and I said, I've listened to it. It's online, so if you get the full audio, I think mine is at about 25 minutes. They do all the questions, and then they say, does anyone else want to ask a question? So I put my hand up, and I got the thing, and I was like, oh my God, this is it. Now, bearing in mind, when they've been doing the album listen through, they've done 8 songs. I was listening to Ordinary World. I was crying, but it wasn't crying a sadness cry, even though elements of that song, kind of took on a new meaning when Dad passed away. It was like I was just overwhelmed with it all. I really was, and I can understand. I understand that more since the sort of diagnosis. I get it. But yeah, so when I asked the question and I said about Ordinary World, I said I was a huge Adam Lambert fan, but I'm also a massive Duran Duran fan. So hearing that song, and it was like amazing and stuff, and he was like, oh, and all this. And I said, when I first heard him perform, when I heard him perform in Come Undone at one of the gigs, I said, I nearly wet myself. I actually said that. And I think it was just the excitement. I was so excited. And then he says, and he said that I came undone. It was so funny. And I think, when you have that interaction with somebody that you really admire, and you really, you have so much respect for them as an artist and a person and entertainer and just all round great person, you hope it's kind of, it's nice, it's what you wish for, and it was. And as I say, I wasn't even expecting that at all yesterday at all. It was just, it was so lovely. It was just, yeah. And then it was just like, I'm talking to a few people as well, and saying, well, who's doing what? So who's down here? Who's going to be there on Friday at HMV? Who's going to be there on Monday at Coco? And so it's nice, because then I've got, I can sort of meet up with a couple of others as well on Monday, and I think everyone I saw yesterday is going to be there tomorrow at the HMV album signing. But I'll have my Duran Duran t-shirt on tomorrow, so we probably. And it's nice, because then when I go to the album signing tomorrow, it'll be because you've already had that interaction. I guess I'm a bit more relaxed about it. And I could make some joke about coming undone. I tell you what, if I could get a t-shirt printed today, if I ever saw one, I would, and I'd put something like, I came undone in front of Adam Lambert. I would, seriously, I came undone. Come undone with Adam Lambert. It was so brilliant. But I'm so grateful. I am so grateful for this opportunity, and I had to make a point that when I started talking, the very first thing I wanted to say was thank you. Thank you for being there. And I know somebody else had said about that, and that's what I would have said anyway. Thank you so much for being here, because these are people, are humans. Yes, they like music, they perform, they write songs, they all depending on what sort of thing, obviously elements these different artists and stuff do, but he's a human being. And I think it's well worth, even though he's doing it because obviously he's got an album out and stuff, and you've got to promote things. I do with my maths tutoring. You've got to promote for people to know about it. Otherwise, what's the point in doing it? But I think it's also worth appreciating people for doing it, because they don't have to, do they? And particularly giving people the opportunity to talk to you. It means so much, and I know at the end he said, he wanted to thank. One of the reasons he keeps doing what he's doing is for people like us and stuff. And I said to the person at the side of me, I think it was Heidi or was it Roz? I can't remember. But I said, should we stand up? And at the end, when he was about to leave, I stood up and I just said thank you. We were sort of and it was, yeah. So even if I didn't have the album signing tomorrow, and even if I didn't go to the thing on Monday, I would be a very, 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 very happy person. And when I know happiness is a choice, you choose your attitude and stuff for the day, and you go with it. But it touched me here. It really, really touched me here. It was very, very, very special. So I'm going to leave this now, because my hot chocolate, I've seen this hot chocolate, right? It's massive. It's a large one. It had loads of cream on the top. So I've had a panini, and I've got like a little cakey thing, raspberry and almond thing. So I'm going to have that, sit and read my book for a bit, and then I'm going to work out where I'm going to go. So I'm looking for quirky shops, or like crystals and ethnic, that type of thing. I like looking at those sort of stuff. I'm not really buying much. I'm not really buying anything, to be honest with you. I just want to look. Any sort of craft type shops. Are there any shops that have like loads and loads of wool and that sort of thing? And just something that's nice to photograph. So are there certain areas that are like, but it's got to be West London, because I'm not going to be travelling all around central London. I'll probably go into the central London on Saturday, I think, or Sunday. I'm not sure, because then Monday I'm just going to go from Enfield to Camden, and even if I'm not queuing at the gig, I will be kind of in Camden. I love Camden. I just absolutely love it. So I'll just have a wander around. I've got books. I've got my notebook with pens and washi tape and all sorts. So I'm just going to chill. So thank you for watching. I was going to keep this under 15 minutes, and I think I have. But I say I'm sitting in Costa. And if I look out the window, I see the planes kicking off, and that's the last thing. Matt chose the hotel. I thought Heathrow would be, trying to find somewhere that was kind of lower in terms of budget and stuff. Although it was 20 quid for parking, but that's fair enough. And anyway, I'm at Terminal 4 at Heathrow Airport, and I asked when I got in last night. I was just like, right. I thought I'd ask, is it possible to have a room I can see the planes taking off from? Can I see the airport? And it's like, oh, I'll chat. And she got me a room. So I was literally lying in bed this morning, and I was watching the planes go past my window. And I'm sitting here now. I'm in the same kind of position, but watching the planes go past. So I get dead excited when I see planes take off. Anyway, hot chocolate's getting cold. I've got stuff to plan, and I've got daylight to make the most of at Kew Gardens. So have a good day, folks. And Adam Lambert, if anyone sees this, or Adam Lambert, or anyone related to him, thank you. This Duran Duran fan and this Adam Lambert fan, and by the way, you're both on that stratospheric level as far as I'm concerned. It's not like massive and huge or like different. As far as me, they're the same. You are both Duran Duran, Adam Lambert, but the collaboration for the two is just like for me. And I know not many people will understand, but just sort of accept that for me that is huge. Anyway, I'm going to go. Have a good day, and if you have an opportunity to do something, and even if it is, it's a little inconvenience for you, do it. do it and grab life by the bollocks. Just to quote him yesterday with something, he said balls, and he said bollocks in a really nice English. It was almost like an English accent. Go and grab life by the balls. You know, who knows when our last day on earth is going to be. Go out there and enjoy it. Bye bye.